And yes, make sure you all put your make sure you put all your points into the community challenge, everyone. Can I pin this? Let's have a look. I'm not sure. Can I pin it? Be very nice if I could. Well, we can't right now. Wonderful. Oh well. Good times. Yeah, I saw you sent a friend request, Robin, but Battle.net was being rubbish and not connecting. So I'm not actually playing Diablo tonight, though. But I will add you the second I can. We'll be back on Diablo tomorrow. I was going to play a bit of Last Epoch tonight, to be honest, and chill. I'm quite tired, and I just fancy chilling and doing that for a bit. Because I've not had a chance to play at all today. I didn't get home until about an hour ago. Hour and a half ago. But yeah, I'm good. Just absolutely knackered. Yeah, I mean, my main focus is Diablo, but I do want to play a bit of Last Epoch, and at the moment, it's just no time in between anything. So we're just going to play a bit of this, but I'm happy to, I'm happy to talk Diablo stuff while we're playing. I'm sort of just theory crafting a build here. Yeah. So yeah, how's everyone's Diablo going though? And Nightwolf, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. I could actually use some help here, guys. We're going to get into the game. I've made it. I've changed a couple of things. One, on the screen we've just left, sound should work now. So let me know if they were working okay. For you, I heard them. And two, you should get a little bit of game sound come through. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet. I don't want it to be louder than the music. I want it to be noticeable, but not like overpowering the music. And I was sort of testing it before coming on. But yeah, I was just faffing around with my build here. I spent a while putting the build, re-putting the build together. This is actually less damaged now, but it's all in preparation. I was slowly but surely putting this build together. So we want to despecialize this because I'm putting the build together. Taking a bit of a break, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair enough, Clink. I mean, we've been smashing the Diablo pretty hard, right? A 10 hut. You joker. Okie dokie. Turn hut. Oh, thanks, Cletus. Get me to stand up. Wonderful of you. Lovely. Oh, it wasn't music. No. Well, those should work the same on here. Right, yes. I mean, if anyone's got anything they want to talk about on Diablo, or if anyone's got any questions about this game, then just feel free to ask. I mean, this game's a bit overwhelming when you first look at it. I've actually got a build planner, which I've put together for my skills, so I'm just quickly throwing those together. Because each skill has its own tree, so I'm going to try out a few different things here. I'm trying out a few different things to see what feels good at the moment. I need a point in here. That's fine. And then 3 in there, 2 in there. I would want 3 in there eventually. And then we'll want to come up here. It's probably more important I get that first than this. But this helps me do more damage, so we'll stick this for now. We're going to try Earthquake. I've never tried this before. So yeah, just trying out a bunch of different things. I have no idea really what plays well or not. What's more important, slow duration or area? And oh yeah, coming up here is definitely more important, I would say, for now. Maximum possible aftershocks, yes. Around totems, we'll give that a go. And this particularly, chance to cast Boulder. Oh, let's remove a point from there a second. In fact, let's remove 2 from there because I'm going to want that. I don't know if it makes much difference going to 150%. No idea. I need to see how this all plays together. What about this skill here? Hey, Vigo, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. Straw Hat. Yeah, I'm good, dude. How are you? Good to see you both. How's your days been? How has your days been? It's quite likely I'm going to end up playing with some viewers as well. Diviana wants to play, and if that's the case, I'm going to start a new character anyways. You'll see me theorycraft one on the fly if that's the case. I was actually thinking of resetting some of these. So we'll take that out, take that out, take that out, take that out for the time being. 1, 3, 3, 3-3 would be the case. But then we would come over here eventually, so that's fine for now. What about Warcry? Yes, we want these. 2 of those. 1 of those. 1. That makes sense. We want 3 up here. We want this. 2 of those. Yeah, I think so. The thing is, I had this to pull enemies in, but I think this is cancelled out by this. This says no knockback. That's knockback distance, and then this is Warcry now pulls enemies in instead of knocking them back. So I think that's kind of useless. I don't think it actually does anything anymore. So we'll take those out. And then... Alright, we'll give these a go. Probably going to be hella weak, but you know what? YOLO, right? I was slapping stuff before. Pretty hard with the way I had set up. I don't know if these need to be on the hotbar or not, actually. That's a good question. Let's take one off and have a look. I will need that there. In fact, actually, let's just put a random skill on just to see if they actually proc without anything. Right, let's just go test this stuff out somewhere. Down here, this is where I was before. This will be a pretty good test. How's the update? Took a nap? Yeah, it's not too bad. I've only actually played it a bit because I've been dotting my time between D4 and this dude. I played a little bit on launch day, but stopped around level 40 to play D4 instead. Not sure if I'll give it more effort. Yeah, fair enough, Vigo. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do enjoy the game. It's not going to be my primary game on stream. I want to see... Does Earthquake and stuff proc if I've not got them on my... No, they don't, I think. I don't think they proc unless I've got them on my hotkey. Because that should be procking an upheaval every time a big boulder comes down. That was... I think it should be, anyway. Oh, is it when it hits an enemy? It might be when it hits an enemy. The impact from the large boulder have a chance to create an upheaval towards a nearby enemy. Okay. We need to find enemies then that actually survive long enough. Oh, right, I saw it there. Oh, there we go. Look, there it is. That's what we want. There we go. I want to use that to proc it, because that should, in theory... Oh, look at that. Did you see that? That's crazy. Okay, that's quite cool. Alright, that was quite nice. So I'm using those to buff. They just buff me to absolute hell, and then I should just absolutely ruin. Look at that. Ruined it. I kind of wanted this on there, but I don't know. So how does the earthquakes proc again? Avalanche, every third large boulder creates an earthquake. Okay. Doesn't say about hitting an enemy. So 1. I want to see if it proc 2, 3. Oh, yeah, there you go. That was an earthquake there, I think. Unfortunately, I can't turn it. I can't. Okay, so they proc. I don't have to have that on the hotkey. Fine. That's good then. So I just want Fury Leap on there for the time being, so I can get around a bit quicker. Okay. Oh, I've still got Maelstrom stuff on, have I? Oh, God. Need to get that off. Where's that come from? I've got something in the tree I don't want. Where is it? Oh, yes. We need to respec this as well. Hey, Bloodfast. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate you. And Lock P-Dog, trying to figure out if I want to go Merchant's Guild or Circle Fortune. I'm kind of the same, P-Dog. I've never done trading because I kind of prefer farming stuff myself. But I also kind of want to try it. So I'm not sure what to do. What level are you up to, P-Dog? Actually, I think I've got you in game, right? Have I got you in game? Oh, you're not on right now. Okay. Oh, Jedi's online. Good to see him online. Let's have a quick look at the rest of his skill tree. See, yeah, so I've got this. This is just wrong. I don't know if when I cast Upheaval, if ever it did that. I have no idea. Set out. I need to go test this stuff out. There's a lot of things here. It's a bit unclear exactly how things are going to work, honestly. DPS is up at 67,500 though, and I did have it at 80,000. But I took some points out of a skill, because Tempest Strike, most of the interactions were not that good. Why the hell am I still getting Maelstroms? Where am I getting Maelstroms from still? Oh, I know where. Here, yeah, so this is all wasted points here. I don't need this either. I'm not using Maelstrom anymore in this build. Right, this is good. We can make that cost less mana if needed, but actually I really want this. I want more large boulders. The more large boulders, the more this build's going to pop off. Hey, Russ Topsmoke, how's it going, dude? How are you? Good to see you. Might go merchant since I haven't before. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Lot P-Dog. So I'm just testing out these skills before I get cracking in the story. I mean, I'm absolutely ruining stuff, even with the build I've currently got, right? The thing is, I think when I hit with an Earthquake, I get haste. I want to try and make sure I've got haste, so my movement speed is so slow right now. That's why I need Fury Leap. I can solve that later, I think. Wow, I'm quite squishy at the moment as well. I have, like, no armor at all. I'm not seeing any of the procs, which is really annoying. This is what I was hoping to see the procs, honestly. What we got here? Oh, we might as well have Powder. Oh, thanks for the bits, Straw Hat. Appreciate you, dude. Jesus Christ, that hurts. Yeah, I'm just really squishy at the moment. That's the only problem with this version of the build. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to make it tanky enough. I might have to go for the non... Oh, you do a lot of damage. Oh, thanks for more bits, dude. You absolute legend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Right, so I actually want to go up there. I'm going the wrong way. I've got all of my side objectives. I haven't quite finished the story yet because I've been playing around with the build too much. Come do end of time, get gear. Yeah, Nightwolf, I will in a sec. I'm actually going to finish the story quickly because I'm pretty close. I need to get my faction, which I'm really close to getting. And then you get 1 to all stats if you complete the story, so I figure I might as well just go and do it now since I'm so close to finishing it now. Yeah, I didn't see an aftershock there, which is interesting. What we got here? 111. These seem fine. Those seem fine. Bigger area. You now create an upheaval totem that attacks with upheaval from it rather than yourself. Yeah, I think that actually worked before. That would be quite nice if that works. Let's give it a go and see what happens. That's not exactly how I crafted the build. I think that's what happened before, and it was attacking. Like, it was sitting there attacking still, and that's actually really cool. That would actually work really well, and that means I've got another totem up all the time. But what I wanted, I might not have the points in it actually right now. That might be why I'm moving so slow still. I wanted it so when I use Earthquake, where is it? There's one. Oh, it's down here, yeah. Later on, when I've got more points in this, every time casting an Earthquake happens, I'll get haste, and I can get it to last for 6 seconds, and cast speed. The more cast speed I can get, the more Earthquakes I can get the more speed, and haste is just going to give me loads of movement speed all the time. So it's going to take me a bit to get it. I'm missing one idol. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, once I get to the end of time, we can jump in and play Nightwolf. It won't be that. I'll be there pretty soon. Hey, Letters, thanks for the lurk, dude. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. I don't need to do any of these side objectives because I've already completed all my side things here. So we literally just... I need to get my faction unlocked. Yeah, I need to decide whether to go trading or for COF, I guess. I do run well slow right now. I do not have any movement speed, really. I have lots of attunement, though, so this is good. Endurance is pretty decent. What's my resistances at? Resistances are okay apart from Void. HP is not bad. Later on, the build I'm looking to build, you can get like 600 health regen. It's going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be bonkers, to be honest. Absolutely bonkers. That's kind of like, this build just, these builds don't tend to get shield, like ward on them. That's the problem. But what I'm seeing from other people's streams is, again, this season's just going to be, if you don't have wards, you're not going to do very well in the end game very easily. And if that's the case, I can see this season just dying pretty quickly. I'm not going to join just yet, T-Dog, because I'm going to finish the campaign quick. I'm actually really close to the end. I just haven't had time to finish it, because I did D4 stream last night, and I've been at work. I got home about an hour ago. So I'm just going to quickly finish off the campaign so I get my faction unlocked. Yeah, the only thing is here, as much as this channeling is nice, the instant click one might actually be better. But I can't. The annoying thing is they've locked it, so you can't get the earthquake proc unless you're channeling, which is really stupid. Like, this is, again, it's another problem with design. You can only get the earthquake if you come through here, which means you have to make it a channeling skill, which is actually quite annoying. Will cause a fissure to open underneath and dealing physical damage. But the fissure doesn't count as an earthquake, right? I don't think. Otherwise, I'd probably give the point and click one a go. There is this as well, I might give a go at some point. Though. You can create like loads of little cold stone elementals and go minion damage instead. That'd be quite fun. But I think with more cast speed, because I've got such low cast speed right now, I think with more cast speed, the channeling thing will be a bit better anyway, honestly. Anyway, we need to just crack on here. What level area we're in? Doesn't even say. Where the hell is the way forward? So yeah, I think the problem with this build might end up being survivability, as usual with most builds, to be honest. From what I'm seeing, the game is even more focused towards... It's just even more focused towards building broken defense, otherwise you just can't survive anything. I've actually seen pro streamers give up on their builds because they're just not too squishy, and they've started different ones for that reason. Oh, that's got quite a nice thing on it. We'll break that down. Man, I do run really slow right now. It's not even remotely fun. So I don't know if that... Oh yeah, there it is. Look, there's the upheaval token. Oh no, that's really cool. Okay, I'll actually change my build around to use that then. When I get upheaval, it's casting a totem. I can only have one at a time, but that's fine. Because that's casting upheaval for me constantly, which is pretty cool. Although saying that, that doesn't seem to be proccing the armor thing. I need to check that in the skill tree. There's one thing in upheaval I want to proc, and that's not proccing it. When you use upheaval and hit at least one enemy, you gain a stack of earth armor. That is definitely not proccing ice armor, the earth armor. And if that's not proccing, that's not good. In which case, the totem might not actually be any good. Yeah, it's not proccing earth armor. That is annoying. I need to see... Because that gives me more armor. Like, it's going to give me a lot more armor, I think. So let's try taking that out again. As cool as that is. You're okay. Come and join me, P-Dog. Yeah, sorry, I just seen. Come and join me, P-Dog, sorry. I looked into this game. I have to pass. It's not quite my speed, which is all good. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, Aussie. It does get quicker later. I'm just super slow at the moment. I have like no movement speed, which is really bad. Yeah. Like, I know my viewership's going to be rubbish tonight because I'm not playing Diablo, and most of my audience is Diablo. But I actually want to play this game tonight, to be honest. You know. And then we'll play some Diablo tomorrow. But I appreciate people being here. Jizzy, thank you for the alert, dude. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I want my earth armor to be proccing. There you go. That's what I want there. I want that. There you go. Earth armor. That's what I need because that gives me a lot of extra armor. I can get 3 stacks of that. I need that to be proccing. Didn't look like those totems proc it, which is very annoying. Because I guess it's because the totem counts as a minion, so the minion's casting it, not me, and then it doesn't count. What's that there? Aspects of the boy, okay. Yeah, once I get some more movement speed, this will feel a lot better. I suppose I could just do that for earth armor as well. I can actually manually proc it for the earth armor as well, which is quite nice. Oh, you're playing Warlock, okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just need more armor in general. So I have no idea how this build's going to play in the end game, because at the moment I'm definitely going to be too squishy. The damage will be there, but I'll just die all the time. So I need to figure out how on earth you make it not die all the time. Yeah, it's quite a big armor boost, that. Kind of wish you could make that last longer. Let's just crack on. I just want to get the campaign done. We don't need to hang around here too much. Source Fu, how's it going? How's it going? That was 4 different bosses. Let me just catch up on the chat, guys. Yeah. Wait, you're telling me you don't want to spam the same for 4 bosses for 4 hours plus again? Yeah, exactly, Jizzy. I mean, we did some boss runs last night. We'll do some boss runs tomorrow. I sadly don't want to level 3 campaign again, plus don't find any build appealing. Happy to have some change my mind. Might pass this cycle, especially as nothing cycles with it. Yeah, that's fair enough, Torchfu. I do agree. It's, hydrate. Cheers, Clink. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you being here, though. I want to play it and stuff, but it's going to be my background game, you know? It's not going to be my primary stream game. My primary stream game will still be D4. If I can play it during the day off stream, then I'll just stream D4. Like tomorrow, I will stream D4 one way or another. You know, and because I'm streaming it tonight, I'm going to stream D4 tomorrow regardless. I just did not have time to play it today at all, and I actually want to play it. And I didn't play it at all yesterday. No, it's a lie. I played it in the day yesterday. So, you know, it's at the moment my life's a bit of a struggle between what, you know, it's a bit of a struggle trying to find time to do everything. So it's all fun and games. Plus, as you say, I mean, I've done about 4,000 tormented bosses this season. So as much as I don't mind doing them, it's quite nice to break it up every now and then. What's this here? You're always correct. Ooh, very naughty. Oh yeah, it makes my damage go quite easy. I've joined his server. It's not too bad on the ping though. But we don't really need to kill any of this stuff actually, to be honest. I'm level 55. What level are you? I can't see. That's great. I need to add... For some reason I can't see in my friends list. There we go. Let's crack on. Yeah, this one does actually make you do the campaign, unfortunately, to be able to... Well, actually, to be fair, you only have to do the first 7 chapters. I've actually done enough to get to the endgame mechanics. But since I'm here, I might as well finish it, because you do get a plus... I need to unlock the factions, which you need... On your first character, you need to do. I'm pretty much at that point soon. And then if you do complete the whole campaign, you get +1 to all your stats, which is a minor boost, but it's still a boost nonetheless. So it's one of those things you may as well do. I haven't faffed around with my loot filter too much either, unfortunately. Probably should, really, but hey-ho. Cast speed, achievement, endurance, armor. That's throw speed, okay. Ooh, level, hello. Where can I put my point here? Oh yeah, we're going to put it in here because that's health regen per cat. Oh yeah, we need these for... That's going to give me really good health regen, which will probably... Because I've got 48% in health endurance, it's going to give me loads of health regen, probably. Which will be really handy. Like I say, this build later on, I can get an absurd amount of health regen. Ooh, a wand. What's on that? Nothing particularly wonderful. We're looking for the purple items to drop. Hey, Dark Lotus, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. I do appreciate all of you being here, especially if you're not Last Epoch players. Just coming and chill with me for... I'm only going to be on to my normal time tonight. Normally on this night I would stay up later because I don't work Fridays, but this is a rare week where I actually have to go into the office tomorrow. We've got our summer bash. It's like a team building event, so I should go really. Go and meet all of the new people that I've never met before. That's why I've chosen tonight to do this rather than tomorrow, because then when I get back for tomorrow, even if I've had alcohol, which I don't even know if I will drink, I will just do Diablo tomorrow, and we can do a late one tomorrow. So it made more sense to do it that way around, right? That job's a lot of loot. Nice. Ooh, that's got cold penetration on it. Penetration, chat. Giggity. Might craft that down. Ooh, crit chance. Minion armor. Vital. Ooh, that's got some really nice stats in it. That might be better, apart from the fact I'll lose poison res. But for damage, that might be really good. I'll keep that for the time being. That will probably break down. We definitely want to break that down. Have I got any of these? I have, yeah. So we want this one here, which we got first time. So that go on the floor. Nice. So I know a few tips and tricks here. Okay, we're going to challenge this thing. Oh, yeah, that gives me loads of armor. Jesus. Yeah, that's really handy. The upheaval thing with the 3 stacks of armor gives me loads of armor. Once I get that stacks up, that actually keeps me alive a lot more. There you go. I'm taking like no damage now. So look at that. 3 stacks. That takes me from 700 armor to like 1400. And that stacks per point of attunement. If I get double that attunement, my armor will go mental. So there we go. All that loot. Nice. Take the purples. I'll look at all this loot once we get to town. I've put some things into my filter. Endurance, void skills has a void skill thing, so we're not going to use that. So you know what, it's probably not worth breaking these down right now, honestly. We'll keep these just for the time being. Oh, mana and mana regen. That is quite a nice affix, I've got to be honest. We will try and break that one down, actually. Where's my crafting panel? Okay, we're going to need more of those to do that properly. Oh, do you know what? Screw it. YOLO. Hey, we got one. Nice. He's gone miles ahead. Sorry, I'm a bit slow here, P-Dog, because I'm trying to work out my build as we're going. The PoE campaign became a real grind. Yeah, PoE is just a different level of grind, though, right? If you know what you're doing, you can actually do this campaign super fast. But I've spent so long just, like, faffing around with the skills. I've been playing different skills I've not played before, and, like, just different versions of the skill to actually see how it all plays together. Already Friday here in the future. That's true. That's true. I'm only 49 minutes behind. Are you enjoying Last Epoch? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I do enjoy this game because I like getting into the building. I like getting into theory crafting and stuff. So I do actually quite enjoy that aspects of these games. And you don't get as much of that in D4. As much as you can make your own builds, there's limited options, right? This game just has way more options for that kind of thing. So I can get my theory crafting fix for sure in this game. But I would not be surprised if the... Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, I forgot it does this. I wouldn't be surprised if the viewership for this game tanks in about a week or two's time. Because it still feels kind of the same as last season. There's new bosses and stuff, that's cool. But they really needed to change the fundamentals of how the game works. And before, it was just like, get a build, stack up loads of ward, and that's how you get to the high stuff. Didn't really matter what class you were playing. There was basically no health-based builds that you could do the endgame concept. I'm going for a health-based build here to see how high I can take it and prove the point. And I can probably get quite tanky as health-based builds goes. I did one last season and it did okay, but it didn't get anywhere close to what other builds could do. And it feels like it's going to be the same again. I feel like that's the biggest mistake they've made. They have nerfed ward, but they didn't buff anything else enough to make it so it's in line. So we'll see. The bosses are good in this game, though. There is some really good stuff in this game. Like, the bosses are really cool. But yeah, I mean, you've got to be really into... You've got to be into, like, build crafting and just putting together really intricate builds to enjoy this game, I think. Because you... Like, for example, I've got a Storm Totem here that then, when there's an enemy nearby, fires a Blizzard, right? And that chills them, and that also... What does it do? It chills them, it does frostbite damage to them, which is like cold damage over time, and later on I'm going to make it so it gives me movement speed. You have increased movement speed if Storm Totem has hit a shocked enemy and recently then. That changes from shocked when I use... because of this node... Oh, no, yeah. That's right, yeah. Shock here. I think that just shocks all the time. So you put a point in here to shock, and when it shocks, I get movement speed. So I should get movement speed all the time. So that'd be quite nice. In fact, we can try that now. Let's put a point in there. Oh, we have to put 2 points in there for shock chance, then put a point in here. And that should give me more movement speed. And then I've got it so when I cast my avalanche, every time it's got a big boulder that comes down, it's got small ones. And every time a big boulder hits, it does an upheaval automatically for me, which is this skill here. And when that skill hits an enemy, it gives me a stack of earth armor, so I can manually cast it for it. But then if I can get enough cast speed and enough of these big boulders come down, I can just constantly keep my armor up at massive amounts because that's constantly auto cast for me. But then on top of that, if I'm channeling it, every third large boulder that comes down, I get a free earthquake. And then when the earthquakes hit, they're going to cast. It should be chance to cast boulder on aftershock. Aftershock, yeah. So each one comes down. Earthquake can cast more maximum possible aftershocks. Now I've not seen that yet, because I haven't necessarily seen... But if I get these free casts of boulders without having to manually cast Earthquake, then I'm getting free boulders there. And then aftershocks appear around totems, which is probably what I want. So I probably want to put a point in here. And then I was going to come down here and make it so that when Earthquake hits, I get haste... and Frenzy. Frenzy's more attack speed and cast speed, and Haste is movement speed, and then I can get mana efficiency if I want as well to make it so it doesn't cost me as much mana if it's an issue. But I also make Earthquake slow them. You know, it's crazy. You get all these really crazy interactions, and that's what you can do in this game. I was going to come up here and give myself... And this one here, the Warcry, I turn it into a totem that fires 3 times, and when that hits me, it gives me way more crit chance, like 150%, and it gives me more chill chance, so I'm just going to chill everything all the time. You and your cold minions affected by Warcry gain increased crit chance and additional chill chance. You're going to chill all the time. And then it gives me increased damage and so forth and so forth. So I quite enjoy the theory crafting side of it on that end. What was I doing? I really need... That's going to be good for base. Yeah, small boulder chance on crit. The base crit chance is important, but I do want this here. We'll put that in because the damage will go mental here, I think, if I do that. 3 here, 2 here, 1 here. Where was I going next with this? So I don't really know where I was going to put the rest of these points. It didn't look like these totems were proccing. Annoying. It's annoying that didn't seem to proc this. Because if it did, this would be freaking incredible. Especially if you're going to have 3 of them. They'd be absolutely insane, for sure. But don't think that was stacking this, which when you use upheaval, because it's the upheaval that's using it. So that's quite annoying. So where... Wait, that's when you directly use upheaval. So that's no good. I mean, there's so many options here. When upheaval hits an enemy, it has a chance to release a shockwave, a melee physical subskill. The shockwave cannot hit enemies unless... Yeah, so you could do that. Make it so it buffs your totems so they do more damage. Multiplicatively, or you can make it shatter your totems, which I probably don't want it to do, and gain health. You can make it apply frailty all the time, but I'm gonna go with that up here, I think, instead, so I won't need that. So I was going to use this just so it did more damage by default, honestly, I think, because I'm using a 2-handed staff, so you get stupid amounts of cold penetration. So I'll do that for now. Screw it. I'm holding P-Dog up. Sorry, dude. So this is what I mean. I talk all the numbers, so if people want to know stuff, that's what I mean. I quite enjoy it all. Just I sit there for hours just looking at all these numbers and trying to figure out how on earth it all puts together. Yeah, the build damage is going up. It's good. Oh, Earthquake's gone on point. Ooh, we got more points, chat. We like points. Can you make a viable Disintegrate Sork build? I think so. They actually changed Disintegrate. They changed Disintegrate and how it functions. They made it so it's not reliant. Oh yeah, I can port to you, can I? Yeah, one set, P-Dog. Let me kill these enemies. Portal's played, okay. Yeah, they changed it so it doesn't rely on the Gambler's Fallacy. I think it was gloves. And now they've changed it so the skill instead has a better... It functions better, apparently. I've not used it, right? But it had a lot of changes for this cycle. It's one of the builds that did get a lot of changes. So it's quite likely that it is going to be viable to play. Yep. No, we're really close to the end of the campaign here. We basically get to this underground tomb and we go fight a big snake boss. Like, this is a boss here, right? Look at I'm just integrating it. Absolutely murdered. And yeah, we got the armor there. I didn't even cast that, so that's good. I'm getting the casts now. That's what I was hoping for. I need more cast speed. Ooh, there's a unique over there, chat. Ooh. That was another down there as well. No. I'm actually going to go run and get that because you just know that's going to be a good one. And it doesn't go to like... That's one thing this game doesn't have yet, which is really annoying. It doesn't have a lost and found box. So if I miss items, I miss them. Which is like mega rips. Oh yeah, that earth armor's proccing much more now. That's good. Later on, that's actually going to help me... Oh, for God's sake. I absolutely hate this map segment. I'll TP onto you again in a sec, P-Dog. Just give me a moment. I desperately need more movement speed here. This is wildly slow. I need boots with movement speed and stuff on them. Painfully slow. Unfortunately, Shaman's just are slow to start with. There we go, offhand catalyst. Well, I'll just TP to you again, that'll be easier, right? But basically, once we get through this campaign, we can just go do like dungeons and stuff, which is all good. It's weird that no one has made a build for it yet. Yeah, they probably will soon. Hey, Diviana, how's it going? How's it going? Cheers, cheers. How are you? Oh yeah, D4 looks weird. Hey, Ryzang, how's it going, dude? How are you? And Diablo Girl, how's it going? How's it going? Good to see you all, good to see you all. I appreciate you all being here, because I know I'm not playing my primary game. We're just, I'm currently in here with Lock P-Dog. So I'll spend some time today sort of like figuring out what I was doing with this build. So I've faffed around with loads of different skills. So I've got a bit of an idea just what I want to try for now, and we'll see how it works. I don't know how tanky I'm going to go. Oh, got another unique. Woo! They're dropping like candy, chat. Happy days. And another one. Wow, that's 4 in this one little dungeon bit. What the hell's going on? You don't normally get them that quickly at this stage of the game. Honestly, you don't. So I don't actually know if Upheaval's going to do much damage here. I have no idea. But you can stack 170% cold penetration on it, which is a lot. So for anyone that doesn't play this game, you've got damage, right? And the same as Diablo, you've got additive damage. So you can get cold damage, all damage, fire damage, and that will scale the relative elements additively. It will take your original damage and it will scale. If you've got 1000%, it'll be 10 times the original damage. But then cold penetration, it works as a backwards multiplier. So if you've got 100% cold penetration and you do all cold damage, then what that does is it takes all of your current cold damage, including the additive and that, and then it doubles it, because that's 100% extra damage you'll do to enemies. Because you can make enemies go into minus resistances, and it's a linear correlation. So if you remove 100% of their resistances, you're just going to do double damage to them. So if you've got 400% cold penetration, you're going to do 5 times damage. Your original 100%, you're going to do 4 times more on top of that. So a 1.7 multiplier means I'll be doing 2.7 times damage with that skill, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's doing 3,000 damage per second right now without any buffs on it. And if I put these down, 3,600. So it'll be doing like 10,000 damage per second, which is actually not awful. I mean, that's nearly a 1/7 of my main skill there. So it's not awful. Right, we're nearly getting to the point we can get Henzi and Frenzy. Ooh, a Ruin of Ascendance. That's a really nice drop for this stage. I'm getting skills like no tomorrow. Jesus, I can't keep up with them. Crit chance, Warcry on crit. That could be very useful later if I'm critting all the time. You get a free Warcry. So maybe we could use this, but for now it's going to be useless because I haven't got enough crit. I've got 8% here, but my Avalanche gets 9% base as well. Good you? Yeah, I'm good, Diviana. I'm good, thank you. I hear you are supposed to be playing with someone else. Ditched her, I see. No, well, no, we can definitely jump in. I'm just finishing the campaign on this character, which will be done in a minute. We're pretty much right at the end. We pretty much come through. In fact, yeah, I think this might be it. You go into here and then you fight the snake, like Gorgon like boss. It's either in here or the next section. We're pretty close anyway. Oh, it might be the next section. Oh yeah, this is the start. Here we go. It's the next section. It's the final bit. But bloody hell, I've got loads of uniques though. Ooh. That is a nice find. I actually got the Primalist Relic. That I might actually be able to use right now. That gives me +1 to all my skills. But yeah, I think if we go and start a new character, I'm going to start a Forge Guard and play a Minion Companion build or something just for fun, really. I saw someone playing it earlier. It looked pretty fun. Different to what I've played before. Look at this. Absolutely disintegrated. So yeah, we're definitely past campaign level, regardless of how this build's going to play in the endgame. So this didn't really seem to do much for me. I don't know if that's actually helping. I need to... What's my movement speed? 13. I need to play on my own to see if that procs, honestly. Oh, it does. Look, look. Oh, wow. 63% movement speed. What? Oh, wow. 63%. Oh, yeah, it's because I get haste. Oh, yeah, because I haste when I use the totem, right. But yeah, that's giving me 33%. Yeah, okay, that's proccing immediately. That's cool. That gives me a bit more movement speed when I'm in combat then. That's good. Majasa, that's the one. That's the name of the boss I was thinking of. Thank you very much, Dark Lotus. I can imagine that is the last thing you want to do is start an entirely new campaign with a new character, or do you have to do once the campaign? Unfortunately, you have to do the campaign with every character. At least to Chapter 7. You have to finish Chapter 7. But your first character, you want to actually finish it because you unlock stuff. Yeah, so we're literally, this is it. That's the last boss down here. I say the production in this game on the campaign is not the same as D4. It's not, yeah, the D4 definitely wins the production of the story, for sure. I don't mind starting another character. It's up to you. The only thing I'll say is if I come and jump in with you, I'm fine with doing that, but, you know, I go at your pace, but I don't really want to just, like, blitz everything for you on your first playthrough. So it's really up to you, I guess. I'm happy to come play, though. That's not a problem. But yeah, I didn't know how long you're going to be, and literally we're just right at the end of this campaign, so I figured I might as well come and finish this. I don't think you can skip this either, which is quite annoying. So yeah, there we go. So normally this is the only boss that causes me jip, because it comes up with some huge poison damage. Look, I've disappeared. Where am I? I'm over there. There. They still haven't fixed that camera bug. That's hilarious. Oh, I need some movement speed on my boots. It's really, really... Like, I need double movement speed. It's just too slow at the moment. Too slow. Too slow. In fact, what stats has this got on it? Primalist. Less damage taken from slowed. 46 chance on hit to grant one of your minions has to hit the spider. Minion health and health. I lose endurance. The thing is, I guess I would have to. This would unlock. I need to play this one on the map. Those Weaver's Wheels. It's like you play with it and it unlocks skills, sort of thing. So it could end up rolling some really good extra skills. I'd have to see. But the +1 to skills, that's +1 to all my skills. So that's quite nice. Yeah, you use that just to stack up your armors, and then you can just blitz through this. It might be better for bossing for me to... Ooh, I've run out of mana. Definitely going to need that mana efficiency. Yeah, it might actually be better for me to get the narrow... There's some points to make it so that these small boulders are like narrow. The avalanche area is more narrow. I think that's probably going to be better actually, because I would really need to be able to use it on the bosses. But yeah, I mean, he's... Oh wow, that nearly one-shot me. Oh no, that's right. The first section on this boss isn't too bad. Oh, I've got the belt on. That means I can't potion up. I can use this instead. That heals me. Come on, boss. You can do it. Yeah, this is the bit it's a bit more tricky. I need that mana efficiency on the... I can buff you. I can buff you, though. I've just got no mana. I haven't sorted the mana issue out yet. Probably should have put points in that earlier. That's right. Heal up as well. I remember this. This is painful. I need more mana regen, or mana in general, until I solve the mana problem. This is still costing too much mana to use. Channel costs 22. Yeah, I need to get that down. But yeah, it is easy, yeah. I mean, we're not struggling. If I had more mana, we would have killed her already. Because I do a lot of damage, but I just rinse through my mana too quick, and I've not specced into the mana reduction, which I probably should have. I probably should have. So that's my problem here. If I had more mana, we would have killed her already. My damage is really high. It's like 70,000 DPS already at this level, which is mental at level 56. I had it. I found this start. AP dog. I found this start. Oh, it's taking me to a cutscene. Oh yeah, I can't link it. I found a tier 7 cold damage staff like at level 43, which is crazy good. Hey, Waxweeze, how's it going? How's it going? How you doing? Good to see you. What Diablo is this? This is Last Epoch, Waxweeze. I'm gonna be back on Diablo again tomorrow. Just fancied playing a bit of this tonight. But how you doing? Good to see you. This is me cheating on Diablo, guys. I think my game UI is bugged out, guys. Look. I can't... Oh, wow. Yeah, the game... I can't pick it... Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, my game UI bugged out there. Let me... This is the staff I found. If I can remember how to link it again. There we go. I found this at level 43. That was insane to find that at level 43. Crazy find. Health. Oh, yeah, we don't need this. What's the ring? Health regen. Haste. Okay. That's a quiver, so that's no good for us. That'll be no good for this build. Got nothing to break that down with anyway, so we might as well drop down the floor, because it's not worth anything, I don't think. Oh, it's worth 50. Yeah, it's not worth anything. Movement speed, cold res, armor, strength, necrotic resistance. That's only got health, armor, attunement, cooldown recovery. Yeah, attunement fits what we want. We don't want the strength, so I can go on the floor. What happens if... What's the damage happen here? 53. So that actually makes that go down a little bit. But... yeah, the endurance goes down quite a bit. So that's a bummer. Health goes down a touch. Health regen barely takes a touch. Armor goes down a little. But I need to just see what these roll. I do get extra points in here, though. So we'll give that a go for now. We need one in here. We need... Well, I don't actually know what that's doing. Screw it, we'll do this for now. Where was I putting these points? More crit chance. I'm not sure. Storm Totems hit. Storm Totem, this counts as a minion, right? It does, yeah. Storm Totem hits have a chance to chill enemies. I'm not even sure I need points in there. Because... with this, you and your cold minions affected by Warcry gain 100% chill chance. So I just don't need points here, right? I don't think. I think I'll just chill them anyway. So that's great. So I can do more damage, but just put them in there for more movement speed when we're in combat. And we absolutely want this here. We want all the points in there, so we keep that up all the time. I'm probably not going to bother picking any of those up for the time being. Alright, cool. Let's go get this campaign done. Only level 38. I'm bored. You actually like bored of the game, Diablo Girl, or? The one thing about Last Epoch is it's not actually easy to find people to play with. One of the reasons I started streaming again was because when I was playing Last Epoch, I just couldn't find anyone to play with. So I went and started going around people's streams to find people to play with. And I found a few people to play with. Yeah, so that was that, really. Right, so now we've done this, I should be able to go and choose my faction, which I haven't got yet still. Over we go, over here. Now, the question is, chat, do I go for the Bazaar or do I go Observatory? I'm not actually sure. Circle Fortune, I drop more stuff. The Bazaar, I can buy stuff and sell stuff. I'm going to go Bazaar. Screw it. We're going to go. Bazaar is still kind of doo-doo. Is it? Oh, Straw Hat, thanks for the prime, dudes. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. So it's bizarre. What, do you reckon just going for Circle of Fortune? Oh, well, we could just do that. I can always make another character and go, if I want to, and go trade, I suppose, can I? Let's do it. Screw it. I know COF. Let's do that. Join Circle of Fortune. Ta-da! Done. You can always change out of it. Enemy, yeah, it's go. Enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. Wonderful. I won't have much opportunity for anything else, but I do need to go just dump some stuff in my stash. Where's the stash? Here we go. I don't need these. I will make OCD level stash at some point, but I don't really have the money to buy all the tabs just yet. But we can do this. This is the one thing that is great about this game. This is what Diablo just needs to give us. Just give us all of the stash tabs. All of them. Literally all of them, please. And then we'll be happy, right? So we'll just have legendaries as well. So you can have these colours. What colours legendaries? I can't remember. Maybe something like this. So you can just have all of the stash tabs in the entire world, right? I mean, I can have one over here. 2,000. Okay, I can create a couple. I can have one over here. 3,000. And you can just organise this stuff into... For now, I'm just going to try and section them out so that I haven't just got one super stash tab that's got everything in it. Because it'll just be... I see people do that, and it's just like, how can you find anything? Even with the search bar. It's like, you just don't know where anything is. So screw that. I'm just going to make that called 1 for now, because later on I will call it something else. 1. That can be 1 as well. And the other thing about this is you can use this as like a quick... You can go between stuff really fast. Yes, this is good. Idols... So we've got more uniques here. Oh yeah, uniques. Let's go dump these over here. So like later on I can have like a uniques chest tab and a unique swords tab and all sorts. And you get loads of gold later. So I won't be too concerned about that. Oh yeah, we need a set items one as well. Okay. Get some of these set up now. Are you happy now? Set items. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's probably what they do, won't it? Oh, we need a tab. Do. One. Okay. Wonderful. Good. Oh, we've got some more uniques here. There we go. Lovely. We'll probably just keep that for now, just in case. Oh yeah, one more I need. We want an Exalted tab. Purple. Here we go. So we can know where all those are as well. Oh, for God's sake, Caps. Can you just F off? There we go. So yeah, the inventory management in this just wins. Hands down. To be honest. It's one thing they have got very, very good. Alright, there we go. What we'll do is we'll actually move that over here. I probably... Then there is uniques. Idols can come over here. In fact, I don't even need to have that called items. You can just have set, right? That'll do just fine. There we go. It's still really wide for some reason, but that's great. Don't know why, but it is. Exalted, so we just dump that in there. We're going to keep that chest on us. We've got more uniques here. Cool. There we go. Bit neater. See? Inventory management. Woo! We like it. Oh, look where we see each other. Yeah. Diviana's around and about. And so are you, Straw Hat. No blacksmith, it's just a forge. Yeah, fair enough. All the work I did yesterday on my rogue is gone. Steam doesn't have with me with anything but a legacy character. Oh, really? That's weird. Hey, Jagged, how's it going, dude? How are you? Good to see you, man. What's the significance of farming Pit 101? So Loki the bug. That's the point where you get the maximum amount of resources for the quickest benefit. Once you go above 101, it's like 3 levels for each extra one near Thyron. While before that, it's like you get 1 extra Neotharion for every single level. So that's why people just stop at 101, because it takes so much longer to do 3 levels higher, 6 levels higher, 9 levels higher, and you don't get much return on top of it. And also, my day's good, Loki Bug. How's your day? Thank you for asking. Yeah, I was pretty tired today and stuff, but we're just chilling at the moment. It may be just a Steam bug. Check your game. Yeah, no, that's a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, well, oh, it's making me talk to one of these, is it? Okay. I haven't even got enough favours to do anything here anyway, so... It's good, isn't it? Okay, cool. Well, we've done all that now. We don't need to do any of these. So, yeah. Over to the end of time, I suppose. Hey, Endo. How's it doing, dude? You good? You good? What would be some advice for new players to this game? Yeah, we can go do a monolith or two. I might end up starting a new character in a minute, P-Dog. I did say I'd play with Diviana earlier. But we can do one or two monoliths, and then I'll see what the deal is. For new players to this game, it's difficult. I mean, when I first played, I chose a mage. And then there's quite a lot that gets thrown at you. And then I changed to a sentinel, and I found that much more enjoyable to play as a first class. But yeah, the main thing, I suppose, is just make sure you get resistances and some amount of armor and HP. Just go tankier, just so you don't just get insta-slapped by everything. Yeah, it's more complicated in Diablo, this game, but it's not as complicated as Path of Exile. I mean, your best bet is just to ask someone who knows what they're doing to sort of like fill in any questions, really. And I've just noticed there's an ad running, so I'll just give it a second in case people can't hear what's going on. Oh, I've got those keys. I need to get rid of those as well. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Money. Oh, we go up here. Screw it. Oh, yeah, Tortifu. Yeah, it might be. Check your offline characters, Diviana, in case you accidentally created it offline. That might be it, yeah. So, yeah, Jack, I think, you know, if you're new to the game, you might be best just, like, if you've got questions, just ask me. You can join my... If you're going to play it, you can join. You can ask my Discord. You can join my Discord. I'm always available to contact most of the time. Or just ask someone else who plays the game. I know it shouldn't be that difficult, but it is more complicated than Diablo. But once you get the grips of the main features, it is actually okay. It's not too bad. I think that's the crit chance helmet, right? It is, and that's got a good amount of crit chance, and it's got elemental and achievement on it. That could be usable. Could be very usable. Base crit chance. Right, yeah, we've got two of these. What's the difference here? Attunement. That's got loads of armor on it, which is actually quite nice. Endurance. That's also got endurance and elemental. Physical's better than elemental for me. That's got vitality on it. Minion health doesn't bother me. Lightning and cold. They're not too bad. I don't need to worry about those. The vitality here could actually be quite useful. I don't think I've got anything to roll that off right now. That's got an extra 1 crit chance though. What's this here? 50.2. Wow, that gives me quite a lot more damage actually. Oh, wow, yeah, it gives me quite a lot more damage. Oh, it's because it's got attunement on it. What's the armor like? 596, 704, 707. I can't really afford to lose all that armor just now, to be honest. As much as I'd love to. God, I need movement speeds in my boots. It's not very fun for me to play with anyone else right now who's got movement speed, because I just do not have any. I've not had time to play this enough to get any gear, really. I'm literally playing on absolute bare bones. So I'm just going to be, like, falling behind everywhere. I really need to play this and just gear up a bit. So that he's just completely echo and I'm just running behind. Which is fine. I just don't have any movement speed yet. So I've only put a couple of hours into this character, if that. And I'm not at the point yet where I've cracked this character where I actually want to just blast dungeons constantly, I don't think. I'm actually going to keep stopping constantly to look at my skills and that, because I'm figuring the build out. I'm not following another build. I really need a loot filter here as well. Look at this. Armor, endurance. Yeah, I need to set a loot filter up. Because it's showing me all the items I do not ever want to see. I should probably do that. Yeah, this game throws a ridiculous amount of loot at you, but you just never pick any of it up because it's worth nothing to actually, it's worth nothing to pick up. So I need to set a loot filter up because it's showing me way too much stuff right now. I don't want to show all rare items. I need to look what I've done with my previous ones. Yeah, every new tune you need to start over again. Yeah, basically, why don't you just stick with the character until you get it to where you want it to before you start another? I can be patient and we play another time. Yeah, that's okay. I'm actually P-Dog. I'm actually going to drop for a second because I need to set my loot filter up. I can't even enjoy these monoliths until I've done that. I just had literally 30 yellows on the floor, and most of them, once I've set it up, I can come join you again. I don't want to hold you up, that's all. But with 30 yellows on the floor, I literally just, I don't really want to sit there and go through each one individually. That's going to take me forever. So I need to just go through and set my loot filter up a bit better, which I will do now. I've done some of it already. Right, hide all exalted items. So we'll do this. Avalanche Shaman, hide. So we won't want this anymore. So if we hide all exalted, because what we'll do is we make it so we're going to show specific exalted items at some point. So where do we normally put that one? I wish I could copy these from one to another. That'd be quite nice. Right, so we'll use this colour for staffs and wands. Yeah. So this is going to take a minute, chat. It's going to be really boring to watch, but it's something it needs doing. Otherwise, you just get too much loot on the floor. Whoa, what's that doing? I didn't click on anything. Okay. Game's just doing load screens for no reason. That's fun. Good job I didn't set anything up there, really. Item type, staff. We're going to use staffs for the time being. So many staff. Right, good. That's all we care about here. Subtypes, and you can split. This is great though. You can set this up to just be insane. So elemental skills, that's good. Spell increased spell mana cost. You don't want your spells to cost more. This could be useful if you want to spend more mana, but I don't. This one will be useful. Mana regen, mana reduction cost. That could be quite handy. And this one here, and this one here. And this one here for the time being. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All those will do for now. I think that's about it. And then we want to just drop them with affixes on them. So what I'm going to do actually is just add this second. So I need to check. Once I've done one of these, I'll know what the setup is for I've done before. So 2 affixes with at least one of these affixes on the same rarity exalted. Yeah. I should probably make them rare and exalted for starters. But yeah, okay. So specific affixes we want on these as well. So like this one we had, for this build, we had cold penetration because that's what we wanted. Penetration, giggity, and cast speed. That makes all of the sense. Avalanche Shaman. There we go. Okay, yes, we put that there. Let's try and keep this consistent, what I called them before. Recolor wanted staffs will do. Once this is set up, it's done, basically. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just need it to not be showing me every single item it drops, because it's going to be absolutely painful trying to play otherwise. It's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, this is the best loot filter in any ARPG. So I'm basically giving you, anyone's interested, I can give you a tour of the loot filter right now, because I'm going to be doing mine pretty much in front of you. Yeah, I don't mind Diviana. I'm just setting this up for now. I don't actually mind starting another one at some point. How come I can't mark my item as sold in Diablo trade? I can only put it at max 1.3 gold. That's weird. You should be able to, Vigo. Maybe refresh the page? I don't know. Oh, is it a known bug? Oh, yeah, it's a known bug. There you go. It's hard on D4 because they copied some code from D3, I think, which is fundamentally flawed. It's old systems, so it can't be scaled. So they need to recode like the stashing and everything. That's why, I think. Please explain Singularity to me. Why have an idol equipped that eliminates your ability to crit? Some builds don't use critical hits, so you take the extra damage. Some builds don't want to critical hit. Don't ask me why, because they're very specific, but there are builds that don't crit or don't want to. So that's a way of, for one slot, getting up to 20% multiplicative damage increase. It's quite big. That's why. Yeah, the loot drop thing is really good. You'll see how good this is once it's actually going. So, like, the stats I want for this right now, I want cast speed, I'll want any of these, any of the above. I want these to drop. So, I want cold damage, probably. Unattainable due to other item types, that's fine. Damage type, cold damage, we want this. Attributes, we can't get it. This is something they added this cycle, so you can see which ones actually can't be attained. It's annoying I can't just filter those out, actually, but mana and mana regen could be useful for now. Spell critical chance, spell damage, these will all be useful for now. So I'm going to stick on more than I actually need for the final build for now, and I can tweak it as I go. Cold penetration and minion cold penetration will be useful, because as I explained before, it's a separate multiplier. Bucket. Crit strike multiplier, crit strike chance, they could all be useful. Possibly damage over time as well, because of frostbite, although, yeah, to be honest, this is better. And most of the rest of these, defensive, we don't want any of those. Others, probably can't have any of those. Ailments, class specific. Anything in here we can stick on it? Probably not. There's still some limitations in this loot filter I wish they'd added, but so that's probably good for that. I don't think there's any experimentals here, so that's good for staffs, I think. That should drop most of the stuff. Yeah, I wish I could just show the ones that aren't filtered, because then I could just go through them. Health and kills. There are a few here. But most of these you can't get, so that's fine. You can get parry, but I don't want parry on this. Movement, cooldown, reflect. Minion. We don't actually want any of those. Fine. So this is good. So if we do that, we want at least one of these, and we want it to be of rarity. We're actually going to make it, we want it rarity exalted or rare right now, although I've got an exalted one, so it'd have to be a pretty damn good rare one for me to consider using it at this point. Do you know what? I'm just going to make that one specifically exalted, because I've already got an exalted one. I got lucky. So if we update that, and then the other... so what I can do here... So if I go back down here again, you see I've got two. The reason I've got two is that one's a bit more lenient. That's just like, I just need an item with at least one of these affixes on it, and then that will show. This one's stricter. This is, I want at least one of these affixes, and the tier of all individual affixes must come to at least 3. So if you've got 2 of them and they're at tier 2 and tier 1, it will still show. Or if you've got one of them, it needs to be at least tier 3. So that's the only really big difference here that I did. You can actually make this stricter if you want to, but I didn't. That seemed fine when I was using it. So we can duplicate this here. Yeah, and then we can just make this emphasized, so it's in capitals. And then we can have advanced options here. More or equal to 3. Tier of individual affixes must be, yeah, more or equal to 3. Exalted. Boom. There we go. So we're going to just do that for most of the items. Now it's going to take a minute, but once we've done it once, we've done it, and you just tweak it as you go. The Diablo.trade site's okay once you get used to it. You just got, but yeah, it's the best we got right now. I'm having a bad loot day, trying to find damage over time for minion. It never drops. Yeah, it's quite a rare one, that. Believe me. I did a minion dot damage build last cycle. Does anyone know? Sorry, does anyone know what specifically Diablo Girl? Please, I already told you, Diablo Girl. Singularity, you use it because some builds just don't use crits. So you can scale your damage by 20%, up to 20% with Singularity. Yes, it removes your ability to crit, but if your build doesn't use crits anyway, then, like, for example, dot damage doesn't crit, like damage over time. So if you're doing a damage over time build, and that's your main source of damage, that doesn't crit. But Singularity, I think, will scale it. It's hit damage. I think that will scale your dot damage. So you could stick that in and gain like 20% extra dot damage, I think. That's just an example. There's many other ones, though, where you don't use crit for your main damage type. Can Last Epoch be played on controller? Yes, MacDaddy. It does have controller support. I've not played it on controller, but it should be. It's definitely playable. I know that. Yes, what's penetration? So penetration is another way of scaling damage. So you get resistances, so do enemies. And penetration, if I had 75, if I've got 75% lightning resistance and I get hit by something at 75% lightning penetration, then it'll be the same as if I've got 0 lightning resistance. If they hit me with 150% lightning penetration, I would have minus 75% lightning resistance. And it's the same as you using it against them. You can make them go into minus resistances, and then it's just it's a linear. So if you've got 100% penetration to damage type, you basically just do double damage to that damage, to what you would have done to them anyway. If that makes sense. Hey, Eskio, how's it going, dude? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, let me get this set up, dear Viana. Just got the 150 pits title. Nice. Did you get that? Did you go and do that with Wiseful? Yeah, I'll need to do that at some point. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's above your level. Yeah. But I need crit anyway. So yeah, if you need crit, then the Singularity is probably not going to work for your build. No, you're good, Diablo. You do that. I was joking about penetration. Lol, you said giggity. Oh, right. Just like, what's sex? I don't know. What is it? The bees and the wax? What's this? Right, what's the next one we want to do? I say this is going to take a moment, but once we've got it done, for the most part, it's done. Helmets. We're going to do helmets next, Giggity. Pink. Oh, yeah, look. I did this as a troll. I made my helmets all come out pink. I always drop pink helmets, everyone. Yes, pink helmets, here we come. Alright, here we go. Pink. And we want helmets. Helmets. Alright, armor, helmet. Let's take those off. There we go. 1. Subtypes. So we want, this one's good. That's got increased health. That's got mana regen. That'll be somewhat useful. Physical damage will be no good to us. This is, yeah, that's got loads of armor on it, so that could be good while we're leveling. This is crit, which is definitely useful at some point. And we're a high enough level, the rest do not matter right now. The fire res one could be useful as well to help solve fire resistance. So we use these for the time being. In terms of affixes, we now go through here. So attunement, absolutely. Vitality, absolutely. We're not interested in the rest of these. We can't use this anyway. So I think even if you've got all these selected, it will just not show them anyway. We can't get any of these. So turn all these off. Damage type, can't get this. I will actually just scroll through all the things I know I need potentially stuff in, because otherwise I might miss some of the ones I need. Added health, increased health. So added health is just flat, like extra plus 100. Increased health is percentage. Both are really good. Health is really strong in this game, unless you're playing a low health build, which is not many. Added armor will be good. We don't need to worry too much about resistances for now, because some of these items can still drop resistances, but it only needs to drop with at least 1 or 2 of these affixes. That's the point. We'll probably look for stuff with these as well. Physical res we'll put in next. Physical res is going to be hard for me to solve until I get idols that solve that for me. Health recovery. No, we're not worried about those too much. Critical strike avoidance will be very useful. Yeah, these will be useful. until I solve them elsewhere. Cooldown, reflect, mana. Yes, mana could be used. Increased mana. These could be useful just for the time being while I'm trying to solve my mana problems. And freeze rate per stack of chill. We're going to be chilling all of the time. This could be useful. What about Primalist? What we got in here? Spell damage with Tempest Strike. Spell damage with Totems. Minion critical strike. Minion critical strike. Man, no. Cast speed. No. So these are all very specific things. Critical strike while transformed. I'm not transformed. Damage over. This is all while transformed. Totem stuff. Totem damage. Spell damage with Storm Crows. Nope, 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 nope. Summon Vines. Shared cold damage. That could be useful. Armor, minion armor. That could be useful. Shared. Oh my god, you kidding me? Why do you keep sodding doing a loading screen? F off. I think this is bugged out. For God's sake, that's going to kill what I was just doing. You arsehole. I think because I was in P-Dog's party and I'm sitting in there, every time he goes in and out of Portal, it's doing a loading screen for me. Even though I'm not in his party anymore. How dumb is that? It's good to see they've still not fixed some of the bugs here. I've actually got to redo all of that stuff. I think, oh no, I haven't. It's good here. Stupid. They've still not fixed some of these bugs, my word. That would have really annoyed me if I'd lost all of what I'd just done there. But fortunately, it doesn't look like I have. Level of Earth Crate could be interesting. I don't know if that'll be useful to me or not. Confirm. Oh. Whoops. Oh, I think I did lose all of it. You absolute cock gobbler, if that's happened. Because that's not selected any of those. What the hell? That has actually broken. You absolute arsehole. It actually didn't work. You stupid game. Yeah, the cat. Well, you just want to blast through the campaign. Yeah, that bug's really annoying. I wasn't in his party anymore, and I think every time he was going in and out of dungeon, it was still counting as if I was in his instance. It's just reset my loot filter, so I've got to redo all of what I just did. That is frustrating AF, to be honest. Yeah, you probably just want to blast through the campaign. It's the campaign production is pretty weak in this game compared to Diablo. That's one thing that Diablo did do very well, to be honest. Yes, we'll take these. Obviously, you don't actually have to do this when you first start the game up, but I'm doing it because just after that one echo, I just saw all of those yellows on the floor, and I'm like, nope. I can't even bother to look through them. I'm just going to do another one. I'm just going to do my loot filter and then I'll do another one. And you'll see how much little loot will be on my floor. But it will be, when stuff is on the floor, it should be at least somewhat useful to what I'm looking for. And because I played the game a bunch before, I know kind of what things I'll be looking for here. Yeah, if they happen to be on it, that's nice, but it's not that important. Those would be useful. Dun, 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 dun. Minion. We don't need any of this stuff. Mana would be useful potentially for this stage, as I said. Ailments. We don't. Freeze rate per stack of chill could be useful. Primalist. Most of this is useless to me. Armor, minion damage, and shed cold, shed spell, and where is it? Earthquake could be useful. Don't need idols, don't need experimental, because this is a helmet. I don't think you get these on helms, no. And yeah, okay, right, fine, that's that. One, exalted. Pink. We like our pink helmets. Good, right, cool, let's get rid of that. Duplicate that. Emphasize. Add the advanced options. More than or equal to 3. Whoa, why is that running me? And that should be... Oh yeah, let's rename that as well. One there. No, right, that's helmets. It helps a noob like me not pick up a bunch of stuff I don't need. Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, you're good, Diablo Girl, you're good. I try not to swear on the stream, but I don't care if other people do, it's fine. I don't know, I just have kids and grandkids magically. I just seen your message, Oz. And yeah, you got to carry from wires. Nice, nice. Good stuff, good stuff. That's awesome. Alright, what's next? Sorry this is boring to watch, chat. unfortunately, I just really need to get this done before we crack on, because otherwise I just honestly show way too much loot on the floor. Body armor's green. Bright green, we'll do this next. It should hopefully speed up a bit. Because I didn't do any prep for this game. I've been smashing Diablo with you lovely people. Right, here we go. We want armor. We want body armor only. And we want to choose said body armors only. This one's good, this one's good. That would be somewhat useful. Probably won't need this, but it has a huge amount of armor, so that could be useful in the leveling phase. Definitely useful for physical res. Attunement is always useful. Cold damage could be useful. And that just because it's got high armor. We can tweak this later. I'm not going to be too strict with stuff right now. Attunement vitality, again, we don't care about the rest of these stats on these builds. Oops, don't want this. Can't get any of these. Damage types, can we get any of those? Nope. Probably should have just disabled the whole category if you can't get any of them at all, right? Hey-ho. Health again. Most of these will be similar, I think. We can't get these, so we might as well take those off. Physical res, just because that's going to be harder to cap than any others for the time being. We don't need to worry about any of that. Criticals. Oh yes, this could be somewhat useful. I thought you could get critical damage on here. Clearly not. Maybe they've changed that. I swear you could get that in the last season. Maybe not. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. Don't need any of these. Yeah, that could be useful too. Primalist, here we go. Yeah, those three again. This is all very specific stuff, that's the thing. Like, chance to create a shockwave on hit with upheaval, but that's fine, we get that anyway free. Can't get earthquake. Can we get any of the others? Probably not. We can get upheaval, but I don't know if it's really worth it, honestly. Oh, we'll put it in anyway, just in case. Okay, so that's them. Exalted. In fact, I'm actually going to make these rare as well for the time being. It's only the staff I'm not going to make rare as well, because I've already got an exalted one. Later on I can change that. We can just change these later on. So now we've done that, we can just duplicate this one. So this will speed up a bit, because now I'm getting my flow. Emphasize, and we just add this option here. More than or equal to 3. That's all we're doing here, is just making it a bit more strict. So they'll come up in capitals if they're just that bit better. And you can make it as strict as you like, basically. Hey, Jean, how's it going, dude? Loot filter, something I'm not used to. Yeah, this game has the most insane loot filter, and I'm just doing it because, honestly, I had like 30 items on the floor, and most of them are useless, and I don't want to sit there for ages going, what on earth's going on? So I'm just going to spend this. Yeah, of course, I'm sure you are. Yeah. Born again, virgin. I think we all are, right? We all just playing computer games, and that's all we do. Just got a new chest piece with loads of health. Nice. How you doing, Jean? I hope you're well. I have just seen my brother-in-law come along line. I don't know what level he is, though. Let's see. Right, back to the loot filter. So we've done body armors. This is speeding up a bit now, because I'm getting back into it. It's been a while since I've done this. We'll do belts next. 32. Okay. So we'll do belts next. So, fortunately, because I have actually sat down and looked at this build, and it's not really that dissimilar to a previous build I've done, I do actually know kind of what stats I'm looking for here. Yeah, Gorsh, since you're in here, I was saying earlier to people, it does feel like, just from my small amount of playing, this hasn't changed that much this season from last season, in a way. The meta is still probably going to be stack loads and loads of wards on build, and that's how you're going to get the highest. I still don't see health-based builds being viable beyond a certain point. I could be wrong. I'd like to be proven wrong. And I'm going to do one. I'm going to try and see how I can get. But it still feels like you're probably just going to have to stack crap loads of wards one way or another, and that's the only way you can really survive endgame. Which is a shame if that's the case, because that's a missed trick by them, I think, if that is how it ends up being. But as I say, I'm looking forward to being proven differently. Here, I mean, we'll take this for now, but really we want this or this. Poison resistance, cold, or armour. Really, the only options here, armour. Maybe, yeah, we don't really... Actually, the movement speed isn't awful, but really we want armour one. So we'll make this... Oh no, we don't want this. We really do, we just want... I'm actually high enough level to get both of these yet. We probably don't want them. That's fine, those will do. And then affixes. I'm a grandfather, I think it's a bit late to claim that. Yeah. You can still try. There's still time, Aussie. I'm doing well, how are you? The loot filter is making me want to try Ellie. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a bit slower to start with. Once you get into it, it's good fun. You know, Diablo's more just jump in and play. This game definitely has more like sit down and look at the numbers sort of vibes to it when you're getting going. Which is what I'm doing right now, right? If nothing else, it may be a bit boring to watch, but you are getting a masterclass in, well, it's sort of like how to use the loot filter. Cold damage could be useful. You can literally filter out, so it will only show things that are useful to you. Elemental damage over time could be useful, so we'll leave that for now. Actually, do you know what? I wasn't going to do Frostbite on this build, so actually we'll take that off. Leave those off. We want all of the healths available. There is also... We can't get armors on here. So we'll take these off. Physical resistance again, because that could be useful for the time being. We'll put endurances on there for the time being. But that'll probably go off later. We want the ward ailment cleansing, although I've got another method of cleansing already. But that's always useful. I might not need that ward one. Added dodge rating, increased dodge rating. Interesting, because they've actually added a way to scale dodge rating quite hard on prime lists now. That might be a way to go for extra defense at some point, but it wouldn't be consistent. Health and stun avoidance is always lovely. Crits, avoidance and crit. There's two ways of reducing crits on you as well. You can either just go 100% crit avoidance, so you can never be crit, or you can get armor and reduced. I tend to go for armor and reduced bonus damage. If you get 100% reduced bonus damage from crits, that just means you get hit by crits, but you never take any extra damage from them. So that's you definitely want one or two. No matter what build you play, you want one or two. You want one of two of those basically. So it reduces crits on you. Cooldown recovery could be useful. Those are mana regen as well, potentially. I'm not going to worry too much about minion stuff on this build for now. Don't need any ailment stuff. What about Primalist? Is there anything on here? I don't think there is. So we'll just untick it all anyway. Pretty certain there's nothing you can put on belts that comes in this category. No. You can get experimentals, I think. Yes, although none of them are going to be useful for me, I don't think. They're pretty useless on the boots. The belts ones are still rubbish, so we confirm this. Rare and Exalted. Update, and we can just duplicate this, emphasize, add that extra option in. I found this worked quite well on my other builds, so it dropped me enough stuff, but didn't drop me ridiculous amounts of stuff. Yeah, so this loot filter is really nice. You can pretty much customize it how you want. Yeah, Jean going in with more gift subs on other channels. Absolute lunatic. He's a serial sub gifter. I mean, I can't really deny this comment. Chapter 6, nice. There's 9 chapters. 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9 chapters, but you only have to do 7 to get to the end game. Yeah, Swinery. How's it going, dude? How's it going? How are you? How are you? We're just doing my loot filter, which we're getting there. This is one I made for a previous build. That's why I'm following this format, because I got used to these different, so I know when this colour drops its rings, when this colour drops its amulets, when this colour drops its gloves, you know. It's just how I like to play. Oh, look at this guy. Here we go, chat. He's a serial sub gifter. Jean, thanks for the subs, dude. Thanks for the gift subs. K Money, Ryzank, Hazin TTV, Metro Booming, and Rose22X are the lucky recipients. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Absolute legend. Putting a smile on my face. And he's at it again. Indeed. We just can't stop him. It's we're gonna have to put him in an institution soon. Right, we've got dark blue for boots. We'll do boots next. We'll get into some gameplay soon, I promise, chat. Actually, this actually does speed things up. Now I've done one here, I'll just duplicate the belts. Because then I don't have to do it all again, right? I just change the colour, come and change the item type. I'm all about trying to make it somewhat wasting time here. Yeah, so look here, boots, 50% reduced bonus damage from crit strikes. Yes, please. But if nothing else, we got extra movement speed. Fire res ones could be useful. I'm not playing ward on this build, probably, so that's useless to me. This is new. Increased cooldown recovery of evade. That could be useful, but it's got pitiful amounts of armor on it, so probably won't use that on this build. Cold res we can get very easily on this build, so I probably don't want those boots. That has quite good... These are really high level. I'm not going to drop any of these right now. So we'll probably put this one in just for now, because I will actually be able to drop those at this level. And this one here for the high armor. And this one's got extra evade charges in it. Yeah, we'll do those for now. I don't think I need the extra evade charge. I just need these to drop for now, because it's the stats that drop on them as well. And then all we need to do is go through and sort out the stats that can drop on them. I don't think there's anything here, to be honest. Yeah, it should be able to have, I should be able to have a way of saying, just show me the ones you can have in each category. Like, it's nice that they've done this, so it tells you what is unattainable. But what would have been nicer is to just have a tick box saying, just show me the ones that are attainable. Right? This is the lazy way of making it possible to see what's going on. If they had a way of just going, show me the attainable ones only, this would have 0, right? This category just wouldn't show. It'd be super quick to go through all of these and work out what you're putting in. So that's probably what they'll do eventually. It's like another step forward. Right, boots, attunement, vitality. Attunement's my main way of scaling damage on my build. Vitality is where I get health from, and vitality also gives me, for each point of vitality, I get a point of poison and necrotic resistance as well. They're two of the damage types you get in this game. So vitality is just useful on most builds, as long as you aren't going for a low health build, which there are some, but my one will not be. Mine will be all of the HP, please, because it's going to be my main way of not dying, of which I probably will die a lot while I figure this build out. We can't get those. Physical resistance as well, good. Stun, that will come by default. Stuns, we can't get any of this, fine. Crit avoidance, we can get these, yep. No leech, no parry. Good. Movement. We absolutely want movement speed 6 here for boots. Cooldown can be useful. Mana. We can't get any of this stuff here. We don't care about any of those. Ailments. Don't think there's anything in here I can get on boots. No. And Primalist. I don't think there's anything in here you can get on Primalist either. No. Fine. So we just untick that. So that is fine. Cool. That's boots done. So we just need to update that. Duplicate. Emphasize. Add the extra option, and then we're on to the next item. Good stuff. Cool, so that's that one. Just going to catch up with chat between each item. But yeah, thank you so much, John. I do appreciate it, I really do. I say it every single time. I honestly can't say it enough times. My institution probably is the only place that will stop me because they take your phone away. Right, I see. Well, let's not take his phone away, guys, eh? Swear he has gifted me subs to at least 4 channels in the last week. Yes, probably. I'm starting to think that Jean is a Twitch employee, and he's got a budget each day, and he just goes around spending his budget. Is that a banana or a gherkin? Jean. You've got all of the emotes, I guess, because you've subbed to so many channels. That's a pickle. Okay, I was close. I was close. A gherkin's not far off. I wasn't far off. My bad. That's what I meant. We'll just go with that. Right, we're going to go on to gloves now. Bright blue. You're seeing how OCD I can be. I need it to be the same colours and the same builds. I need my inventory to be... Oh, the other thing that's good, chat, if you've not seen it, I've only started, but my last inventory last season, I had 80 tabs. Look how inventory management is in this game. You got so many tabs. It's so good. I mean, you ask Gorsh, this is nothing. You wait until later. You wait until later. Oh, that's an idol. These are idols. Oh, yeah, these are all idols. That's why they're in here. But I'll have like a unique idols tab later. The only reason I'm not is because it's going to cost me too much gold for the time being. It's so good. You can just have full-on OCD tabs. It's exactly what you want in life. Who would not want OCD tabs? You know exactly where everything is. It's wonderful. It's the same as my house. I know where everything is in my house. I don't have much stuff here. But when I need to go and find something, I know exactly where it is. Never gone missing. Right, that's very good. That's very good. That's amazing, because Void Res is going to be really hard to solve on this build until we get the blessings. Crit chance is useful. Mana can be useful. That can be useful. And while we're leveling up, we can look for these. Anarchostic can be useful. See, loads of gloves are useful at this stage of the game, so we're just going to... You can actually set this as well, so you can have more than one here. So I could have one that's wanted belts, and it only goes between... You only drop them between level 15 and 20. So I could actually take some of these subtypes off and go, I only want to drop these up to a certain level. So I could do that later on if I wanted to make a full leveling build. But for now, I'm just going to untick things as I go and just not have more sections than I need, to be honest. But you can do that. It is quite elaborate. You can't get fit, but you can get attunement. That's great. We're spell. We want cast speed. Absolutely. Damage types. Don't think there's anything in here I could put on gloves. No. We want crit chance and all this stuff. Yeah, crit chance. Damage. No, we probably won't. Increased area for area skills. No, probably not. If we get it by default, maybe. Added health, yes. Don't think we block chance and bluff activities we don't need on here. Added armor is great.
What a noob uninstall.
What a noob. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gorse. He looks at chat. Yeah, no, I haven't. I'm getting there. Oh, yeah, he becomes even more anal retentive. Giggity. Giggity. Watch how he puts everything in the tab. It's even more funny. Yeah, they have to be uniform, even, etc. Yes, they do. I am properly OCD in life. Like, I really am. I'm not even going to deny it. But it means my house is always clean. Although it needs a clean. I actually do need to clean my house. I haven't done it. I haven't done it. I didn't do it last week. So I need my house out. Well, not the full clean. So that's Sunday. Probably. Just going to sit there like... I'm going to get my maid outfit on. I'm going to go and clean my house like a boss. Going to get that duster out. It's going to be amazing. My house is going to be spanking clean, and then my cat's going to come in 5 minutes later, and they're going to mess it all up. But anyway, it'll look lovely for a few minutes. Ailments, blah, 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 blah. Chance to shred on armor and hit will work on this build, because we're not relying on dot damage, so this is fan-freaking-tastic. Chance to apply frailty we won't absolutely need, but we'll tick them for now anyway. Don't know if there's any primalist stuff I can put on here. I don't think there is. No. I think that's good for these for now. Oh, experimentals. Is there any of these that are going to be useful for this build? Experimental armor applies damage over time. Could be. I wasn't planning on doing a ward build because, to be honest, shaman builds tend to just have insane amounts of health regen. So that just breaks the ward per missing health. So that's no good. Experimental dodge rating endurance threshold. Well, we'll tick that. Why not? Ward on kill. It's not going to generate enough ward to be useful. So probably not. And I'm not going to have any intelligence. I'm not going to have any ward decay, so it's useless. But these two could be somewhat useful, probably. Update. Cool. Oh, we didn't rename it. Gloves. Right, we're getting there. We are getting there, chat. Duplicate. Change that to emphasis there. Add the extra option. 3. Update. Yeah, I can hoard all the items in this game. It's great. Can't do that in Diablo. Pick so it didn't happen. Oh, believe me. It's happening. Asking for picks again. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Diablo Girl coming in for just asking for the picks. And also, Just Your Hat. Thank you so much for the lurk, dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. Alright, next item. Let's crack on, because I want to go and kill some stuff. Amulets and rings. Okay, we're going to do amulets and rings. Normal purple, dark purple. Shaman, here we go. So if we just go like this, boff, one there. Let's change that to... Where is it? Dark purple, is that the one? Probably. Yeah, that's the one. Amulets. Just want to double check which way round was that. It's bright purple for that one, okay. It's just what I'm used to, so I want to keep it to stuff I'm used to, actually, to be honest. So this one will be this. We'll change the items in a second. That one will be the dark one. Rings. There we go. Wonderful. Right. We need amulets, please. Accessories. Amulet. Subtypes. Classes. Less damage over time. It's potentially used for fire and lightning. I can solve these quite well. Physical necrotic is a lot better for my build, actually. Fire and lightning I can solve for my build reasonably easily, but I guess we'll tick it anyway for now. Don't need this. Crit chances can be useful. Cast speed is probably the one we want, ultimately, actually. If we don't need the resistances. When you can solve them without, the cast speed will just be useful, I think. And then we need to do affixes, don't we? Yes, we do. Can't get any of these. Spell. Yep. These two here, please. Damage type. We can get cold damage on here, so we want this. Elemental damage is also useful. Cold penetration. Giggity. Like I say, we're not doing damage over time because that doesn't use crit, and we're going to go for 100% crit on this build. I think critical strike multiplier could be useful. Damage while channeling could be useful because we're using channeling right now. We're going to give that a go and see how it works. Might be rubbish, might be good. Who knows? It's different to what other people played, and that's what I'm interested in. Physical resistance will keep ticked just until I can get it solved in idols. Don't need any of these. Can't use any of these. Health and stun avoidance. That is very good on amulets if you can get a good roll of it. Although I can get quite a lot. So the one thing they changed on this Gorsh, they've added a lot of extra secondary bonuses to the Shaman tree. So like 5 points, and then you can get stun avoidance for every point of something. So I can get naturally quite a lot of stun avoidance, and I can health regen on this build just through stacking attunement, for example. So that's actually quite nice. So I'm not going to need to stack too much stun avoidance on this build. I'm going to get it by default. Plus I'm going to stack so much HP, I'm going to have a huge amount of HP as well. I'm going to go for like nearly 5k HP on this build. It's the only way you're going to be able to survive anything, I reckon. Chance to shred, we want. Chance to frailty. Again, yes. Is there a chance to chill here? Oh, we can't get down here, apparently. Okay, we don't want any of the rest of it, I don't think. And I don't think you can put any of this stuff on the amulet, right? No, you can't. Good, right, confirm. Good. Cool, that's that. So we just duplicate this, make that emphasis, add the extra option, and that's that one done. So yeah, look, what I was saying, Gorsh, I'll show you. It's got this here, for example. 5 points here. So for every point of attunement, I get 5 stun avoidance. And if I get over 100 attunement, I'm just getting 500 stun avoidance for free. So this used to be quite a weak node. It used to be just attunement, I think. Now you get an endurance threshold, a bit of endurance threshold, attunement, but you get that stun avoidance. And then over here, shared increased stun chance. So that's quite nice because that converts into freeze on most things. Because most of my skills convert stun chance into freeze. You get a bit of extra endurance percent, so that helps you. But the more important thing here is I get 1% health regen for every uncapped endurance. So if I go above 60% endurance, I actually benefit from it. And I can get up to like 600 or 700 like HP regen on this build, I reckon, which will be insane. Like again, that's going to be useful for keeping me alive, I think. Yeah, they added shared dodge rating here, although that's not that strong. There's loads of shared things now. They've made it, and all these extra like procs and stuff. So, and this one here I'm going to put on probably. Because this used to be just attunement as well, but they've now made it with 5 points. You get 1 mana regen. You get 1% mana regen per attunement. If I get 100 attunement, that's 100% mana regen for free. Plus damage and attunement, which scales down here. It scales my this, and attunement scales on my skills. So yeah, there's a heavy emphasis on scaling attunement here. I was originally going to try Maelstrom, but I'm going to try without it to start with, because if you could stack a lot of Maelstroms, you could get your endurance threshold very, very, very high. But probably not going to go for that for now. Potentially go for 5 points here, so you get the Totem Frenzy duration. When you directly summon a Totem, it gains Frenzy. Could be interesting. Totem just casts super duper fast. And then we're going to go, and I never used the endpoints, but we're going to do this here as well. Again, look here. Yeah, this as well. You put 8 points in this, you get loads of health, loads of base armor, and then you get another base 3 health regen. Per 3 attunement, you get 1 health regen. If I've got 100 attunement, which is easily attainable in this build, that's another 30 base health regen. Then you stack on their health regen blessing, you can get 200% health regen percent there, and another 20 there. I mean, you can get such high health regen, it's absolutely absurd. And your totems then can't be stunned, so that's wonderful. Although, oh yeah, and the effect is tripled for your totems. So my totems are just going to have absolutely insane amounts of health regen. So that's great. And I know I was just going to try and stack points in here because it's more spell damage with active totem. And it's multiplicative, so that can go up to 8% multiplier damage as well. That could be quite decent. Yeah. I've got a rough idea where I'm going with this tree. Derp, thanks. Where do you get blessings? When you get to the end game, end of time, you go do these monoliths and echoes inside them. And once you've done, I'll show you. Once I get going, you'll see. Once you get enough points, you can go and fight the boss. And when you fight the boss, you get some rewards at the end. And part of those rewards is just random blessings. And then once you've done them all on normal mode, or most of them on normal mode, you can then go into the hard mode version of them, and then you get like supercharged, like double power ones of them, and they're like the same as having aspects on your gear. They give you bonuses. Some of them are just flat stats and stuff, in a way. All right, let's finish off the loot filter anyway. I do appreciate this is extremely boring to watch, so I do apologise for that, chat. But it is not fun. Believe me, playing without a loot filter setup on this is really painful. As much as I love on my rings necrotic resistance, the ward decay would be completely useless to me, but I'll tick them for now anyway, just while I'm leveling up. Really, on my build, I want this health regen vitality one. 6 vitality gives me 6 poison res, 6 necrotic res, and health regen. Again, more health regen. I win, right? The mana regen, as I'm leveling, could be useful. Elemental resistance could be, and crit. They could all be useful, and movement speed. This could all be useful, and this. These are all useful while I'm leveling. Now we need stats. Attributes, untick this. Attunement, yes. We just want attunement across the board because, as you've seen, I didn't do attunement on Shaman last time too much because you didn't have that many things scaling it. All of your skills, they have, if you hold down, so one thing actually, Diablo Girl, if you go over your skills at the bottom here, right, you can see you've got damage per second, mana cost, cooldown, channel costs, and then you've got scaling tags, and then you've got alt. If you hold down alt, it shows you the scalers, and here it says attunement scaling. So attunement's my main damage stat. And it says here, for each point of attunement, I get 4% extra increased damage per point. And I get 4% extra freeze rate multiplier per point. And then it also says here, added damage. So if I do like added cold damage, it applies at 400% effectiveness. Each hit has a freeze rate of 80. The large boulders deal 100% more damage and has 100% more area effect, both multiplicative of each other's. So more importantly, it's the effectiveness of added damage there. So it gives you an idea like how hard these can scale. So added damage will scale extremely well with Avalanche. And yeah, I mean, attunement's going to be good for this. And it shows you what things will scale the skills, like area effects will scale it, channeled will scale it, attunement will scale it, cold will scale it, spell will scale it, physical will scale it somewhat, but I actually kind of want to get it over here, so I just make it all cold and no physical at all. I think that would be better. So it's the same across all of them. Like here, attunement scales the mana efficiency of Warcry, it scales the health, it scales just, and so on. This, it scales the health and the damage, and it's got some level scaling and so on, right? So it's yeah. So that's quite nice. You can see what scales everything. All right, affixes. Let's get back to this. Attunement, spells, damage type. Don't think we get any of these. No, we can't. Good. General. Critical chance we absolutely want in there. Health. Yes, we want these. You can see I've got a consistent... Void Res could actually be quite useful while we're leveling up. I should probably tick this on something. But you can see I've got a pretty consistent set of stats I'm looking for across my gear here, because I know roughly what I'm looking for on my things. Yes, on rings. Oh, I didn't realise you can get those on rings. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Oh, it's because I've got gloves on here. Whoops. That would be why. I was going to say, I didn't think I could get that on rings. Well, we'll have to start that again then. Let's try it again. Oh, it's because I unticked and went into your thing. Yeah, crits, elemental, vitality. This could be useful while leveling. So this will drop a bunch of items still, but they'll be useful while leveling. We'll start this again. Attunement, yes. Spell. We can't get cast speed. We can get spell damage. That's better. I thought I could get some cold damage on here. Yeah, there we go. Elemental. The rest of these will be not useful to me. General. Critical strike, yes. Health. We can only get normal added health here. Resistances. Void is somewhat useful. The endurances could be useful. Blah, 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 blah. Stun, yeah, no, we don't do that. Crit, we can't get that one, but we get crit avoidance while we're leveling up. Until I get this reduced bonus damage from crits, which is more high level stuff, the crit avoidance is probably the best way. There is a blessing you can get which can help you solve crit strikes as well, just while you're leveling up. And there's also a chest piece you can drop from the very first boss in these monoliths, which if you get, it just instantly removes crits. So it's actually very good for leveling up on. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks like a meat. It looks like a meat armor. Basically, it just looks like you're wearing a slab of meat. I'm sure someone in chat knows what it is. What's it called, sorry. Right, Primalist. Can we put anything on here? Can't remember. Probably not. So that's pretty straightforward. Rings are pretty straightforward, actually. And there's no experimentals here. You don't get experimentals on rings. So that's easy peasy. Good. Duplicate. Emphasize. Add the second criteria to make it stricter so I know when one's better than another. That's rings done. I'm cold. Well, maybe put a jumper on. That would help. Maybe. Right, if we just go back down here. What we got next? Relics are yellow. We don't need shields on this build, at least for the time being, so we can ignore this one. We're not using offhands for the time being. Although, it's not completely out of the realms that we might want to use a one-hand and offhand at some point. I don't know. I'll tell you what, we won't worry about that for the time being. We'll just do the relics. Relics will be useful. And then I've got in emphasis in red high value affixes and show experimental affixes. So this is just oops. Yeah, so we'll want these as well. But we'll definitely do relics. Here we go. We actually want Hide or Exalted probably all the way down here. There we go. Because then these will override it rather than hide. Otherwise, that Hide Exalted will just hide all the Exalted forever. And that'll be that's definitely not what we want. Where the hell's the other ring one gone? What? Oh. There we go. That's weird. Okay, we want yellow. Relics. Accessories, relic, here we go. And here we will want, I mean, to be honest, probably just want the Primalist ones. Resistances is probably the best one here, Necrotic Resistance Solve. This could have been used for if I was using Maelstrom with the added cold damage. But I wasn't planning on using that. Endurance will be useful for leveling. I mean, this will be useful for leveling still, even if I don't use a Maelstrom because of the extra damage, if I have nothing better. So I suppose I'll take it for the time being. Attributes, attunement, yes. Spell, cast and crit. Damage cold, yes. Rest of that's all good. General. Crit strike multiplier would be very good. If we're going 100% crit, damage while channeling could be useful. Added health. Void resistance. Endurance, physical resistance, blah, blah, blah. All resistances while channeling. I mean, it's a useful. I've never used it for. Oh, I can take it, yeah. Useful one. But you kind of want to solve your resistances without the need to channel, I guess. Really. I can't get any of those, but you can't get any of these. Don't need to get any of that. Can't get any of that. What about mana? Yes, you can get these. Ailments. Don't think you can get any of... Oh, you can. Well, we'll take those as well then for now. And this is where it gets interesting, because there are some here I think you can get. Yes, there are. And there is one on here I'd want. Avalanche. You absolutely want your +4 on Avalanche here, I think. That's like a must-have God tier stat we're going to look to add when we get there. Right, so we emphasise that in caps. There we go, update that. Right, that's relics done. Alright, we're nearly there. Tempted. Do I do Cassis? I think I'm going to stick to the staff for now, just because I've got the skill that's got the 170% staff damage stuff in it. Although saying that, I do wonder if I should probably try getting wands. Okay, I tell you what we will for now, because I'm not 100% sold on whether I use a wand or a staff. Staff seems more logical right now, but there is actually a world where you could go for a wand as well, I think, for a caster build, because you can get crazy amounts of cast speed on it. There's one that comes with cast speed on it by default, and it's a lot as well. You can get 12 here. Dragonhorn, that's the one, yeah. Although I remember that being higher, but they're 12, okay. What else we got here? Spell damage, increased health regen. So you can get even more health regen here with this one. Don't need this. This could be useful while leveling. This one here as well. Okay, affixes. This will be the same as the wand in a way. You can get mana and mana spent gained as ward, to be fair. But you'd need to be spending a lot of mana, which you'd probably not want to be using a channeling version. You'd want to be using the non-channeled version for that. So, I mean, that's one way of gain. You could do a ward-based build with the non... If you can get enough mana regen so you can constantly cast Avalanche. Because the build I've seen done, he transforms into Spriggan to reset his mana, which means you've got a few seconds where you're not casting Avalanche, so your ward would just go down again. You'd want to be able to cast it constantly without the need to do that, which would probably be quite hard to achieve on this build, but it's probably doable. I think that's probably about it, really. I mean, it's all just damage on here, isn't it? It's all offensive. That's all you want. Elemental damage is useful as well, I suppose. Should probably put that on the staff as well. We got the crit chance on, did we? General crit. Oops, crit chance. Yeah. Okay. That seems fine then. Duplicate, emphasize. More than equals 3. Update here. Okay, we're actually going to add that stat in here as well. We missed that one out. Elemental, because that scales any type. It doesn't scale as high as cold, I don't think, but it does. It affects all types of elemental damage. So it could be useful while I'm leveling up and looking for better stuff. And then we're actually going to add catalysts up here as well, which was orange, I believe. Offhand catalyst. Mana spent gained as ward. So you can go a crazy amount of mana regen, mana spent gained as ward. It's definitely but this is intelligence, which we don't really use on this build. Got to be honest. Ward retention, but you got a crazy amount of. This is base spell critical chance, so that can get that.
What a noob uninstall!
That can help you get to your crit. That can help you get to your 100% crit mark a lot easier. But these give you intelligence, and intelligence just doesn't help this build, which is a bit annoying. Cast speed. This as well. It's all just the crit chance ones. For the time being, may well not end up using these. You played Baldur's Gate yet? 3 yet? Yeah, I have played Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, a little bit. I should go playing more at some point, to be honest. But yeah, Little Richie, how's it going, dude? And yes, I am a noob. Thank you. How are you, dude? You been getting deep into this? I think you were going to play this, weren't you? I'm just sorting my loot filter out